when you're running your vertical farm, and if you want to start up a vertical farm, you want to grow plants indoors like this, then one of the most important factors is the lighting that you're choosing. The LED grow lighting is now so efficient that it makes a lot of sense to grow plants indoors and not use the old bulbs that a lot of microgreen growers are using and have been using in the past. For example, if you're using the old neon tubes or the old tubes that is like not LED, then you have a risk if they break inside your production. You have small glass shards in your products, or you can have very, very toxic gas in your farm as well. So that's not so nice. And now LED technology has gotten so inexpensive that it makes a lot of sense just finding the right light and focusing on getting a proper lighting in your farm. So there's a lot of difference in what kind of LED light that you can use, and there is difference in the quality of the LED lights, there is difference in the spectrums that the LED lights are using. And if you don't know how that works, then this video is gonna show you how the different spectrums affect the plants and what you can use in terms of what is efficient and what is not efficient for your plants in your indoor farm. If you're growing salads, herbs, microgreens, strawberries, edible flowers, there is different varieties of spectrums that the plants need, and the intensity of the light is also different. So as you can see here we have a par meter, and it's actually a PPFD meter. So this measures the intensity of the light. It does not measure the different spectrum. The visible spectrum is the different colors that we can see, but also the plants can see. And it starts in infrared and then it goes to UV, ultraviolet light. So between those two lights there is a spectrum. We humans cannot see infrared or ultraviolet light, but we can see the red, the green, the blue, the yellow, and these colors are most of the colors that you see on a spectrum chart. So what's important for you to know in this area is that whenever the plant needs light, it needs light to produce photosynthesis. And in order to produce photosynthesis, it basically utilizes a lot of the red and a lot of the blue. And that's what creates photosynthesis in the light. This is a full spectrum light, and we see it as white light, but it is essentially set up in different colors of the spectrum. And combining all these colors create a white sensation that we humans see. Plants see these in a different way, and they are utilizing a lot of the red, actually twice as much red as blue. And these two colors are the most important colors to produce photosynthesis. That's why we see there is these purple lights, and these purple lights are highly efficient if you have them set up in the right way, because this is what the plant can use to produce photosynthesis. So in regards to the flavor, if you have more like a blue and red light, then you will have a bit more sour tasting microgreen, salad, herb. And if you combine more white light with the microgreen growing, with the salads, with the herbs, then you will have a bit sweeter flavor. So this is how the color and the spectrum also can affect the flavor in your products. Besides the spectrum, we have the intensity of the light. How intense is the light? And we measure this with a PPFD meter. This is not an inexpensive tool. It's around 500 or 600 euros for a tool that works properly like this. And this is measuring the micromoles. So U-mole, and that's the micromole that the intensity of the light. So this is what we can measure with a PPFD meter. And if we have a look at these lights, then what does the plant really need in terms of the colors of the spectrum? So the plant does not use yellow or green very much. So if you have a lot of these colors in your light, and if you're choosing a light with a lot of these colors, they are less efficient than if you're choosing a light where there's more red and blue available for the plants. So this is a way that you can optimize your plants grow, and in this way you can optimize the grow lighting that you're using. I hope this video gave you a better idea about how the different spectrums work, what's efficient and what is not so efficient in terms of when you have to choose a LED grow light for your specific plants. So if you're growing salads, for example, you would need around between 150 to 200 micromoles to get a good yield and to get the proper growth in your salads. And if you are growing herbs, you would need around the same amount of micromoles. When you're growing microgreens, you need a little lower. And it depends on how tall do you want your microgreens to be, how much do you want them to stretch, how much do you want them to spread out. And that's something that you can play with. But this is essentially what's controlling how your plants are growing in an indoor grow setup. So this is essentially what's controlling how your plants are reacting to the light. So we tested a lot of these lights, we tested a lot of different varieties, and we have essentially a professional light, but also a bit more inexpensive light that we are producing ourselves and getting produced in a larger quantity. So if you go on nordichydro.com, then you will be able to buy the lights to your own farm, because we've tested, I think, around 15 different LED strip lights by now, and at least as many spectrums. And we really tuned into what we believe is the most optimal for growing plants in an indoor environment, specifically for microgreens, but we are also able to help you specialize the lights for different herbs, salads, strawberries, and edible flowers. So I hope this video gave you a better idea about how lighting works, and now you are a more informed farmer. So please take whatever you learned and go out and create a lot of awesome plants in your indoor farm. I hope this gave you a better idea and you learned something from the video today. If you are interested in the equipment, go to nordichydro.com. We are able to supply you and support you. So that's it for today. Take care. I will see you in the next video.